Welcome back to TUNIC. If you remember from last episode, we are down to one final golden collectible that we need to get, and it is the one that we get by following this secret message. I said at the end of the last episode that I was going to go translate this and come back knowing what it says. So I have translated it, and I guess I want to sort of talk a little bit about sort of my ground rules when it comes to getting help on the internet, because I got help on the internet to figure out how the alphabet works. Then I translated this myself, and it said something very cryptic. And I was like, okay, I could sit here for ages trying to figure out what this means, testing different ideas, and either I was going to do things off screen and, do it without the audience, or I was going to bore the heck out of the audience while I sat there smashing my face against it. So I was like, or I could just go look up what it means on the internet. And so that's what I did. And so I guess, when I'm playing a game like this, I do get a lot of enjoyment out of exploring the puzzles myself, solving the problems myself. And you saw that, with that whole, where did I stick it? Where's my piece of paper? Yeah, with that whole golden slab that I had to sort of figure out on my own in order to get that fairy from the East Forest. That was a lot of fun. I loved doing that entire thing myself. That felt really, really good. But ultimately, my goal is to understand every puzzle and how it works in this game. And whether I come at it myself or if I find out the solution somewhere else, the main thing is I want to understand what this developer intended for players to be able to figure out, because that teaches me something as a game designer. And so in this particular case, so one thing I actually don't like to do is, for instance, there was an earlier time, very early on in my exploration of the Holy Cross puzzles, the ones where, you have to use the D-pad to unlock secret doors. There were a few places where I wasn't sure where the code was or where it was hidden, and I had people in my chat who were just feeding me the code. Like, they'd looked it up on the internet, they said, oh, it's up, down, right, left, 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 up, down, right, left, right. And I'm like, don't do that. Like, I don't want to just know the code so that I can progress. That's empty to me. I could technically go through all of the motions, get to the end of the game, and not have learned anything from it. Like, what I need is to understand the puzzle. Even if I need help to understand the puzzle, what I need is to understand the puzzle, because that's how I get something out of it as a game designer. So in this particular case, I did get help to understand what's going on in this message, but But getting the help, I didn't just find out what the code is I need to enter and where. I found out why this message leads where it does. So what this message says, and you can see it's the one right down there by the star next to the picture of that path in the sea. It says, the softest feather, corrected 11 times, departed once more. It's a haiku. So part of it is, it's very... It's poetic, which makes it a little bit more obscure, a little bit harder to read. But yeah, the softest feather, corrected 11 times, departed once more. Hard to know what that means, but I do know what it means. We're going to go and show what it means after we get to our destination. So our destination, it's on page 28, I believe. Yeah, okay, so there in the overworld, there is this island with this weird shape on it. You can see it at the bottom to the left of the teleporter. So I either need to get over to the overworld or get to a teleporter so that I can get down to that thing. That appears to be the location that was marked on the secret message. So, of course, I have forgotten how I got here. I'm over in the West Garden right now, I believe. So I need to find out the most efficient way to get back. I don't know what that's going to be. It's probably backtracking through all of this nonsense. Yeah, I think it is. So we're going to backtrack through all of this nonsense. And I should say hi, by the way, to Tendalense and Malator and Rosenberg. Some of you have been absolutely key to me understanding some of these puzzles, so I really appreciate that. And was this a way I could go? No, this is a dead end. Oh, it's down these steps. Down these steps, and then across these little tiny islands. And then across this gap, and that gap, and there we go. Okay, now we're back to the overworld, which I think is a little bit easier to navigate. I just need to get down to sort of the southern end on the beach, which is kind of where I am right now. Oh, wait, this. I think this is it. Yes, this is it. So I guess I need to physically be here. And then I need to follow the directions in the message. So again, the message says, the softest feather, corrected 11 times, departed once more. So what this is it's, are they puns? I don't know what you call it. Basically, the softest feather is a way you can describe down. Down, which is the feather on like a baby bird or something like that. So down, corrected 11 times. Correcting something, being correct, can also be described in English as being right. So it's right 11 times, and then departed once more. Departed. If someone has departed, they have left. So it's left once more. And so it's down, right 11 times, left once more. So let's try that. I haven't tried this yet. I don't know if I'm in the right place, if everything's going to go right, but let's try it. So down, right 11 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then left once more. Okay, it didn't happen. Oh, maybe I need to be standing in the middle of this pool with the message revealed. So the message only appears after 60 seconds sitting in this pool. So I don't know if the message will appear live on, like, if I just have it sitting open. I don't know if it's going to suddenly appear here. I'm actually really curious about that. So I'm going to set a timer for a minute, and we'll see if it just appears on screen within that minute. If it doesn't, I'll leave and come back, and hopefully it'll be there. Yeah, so it didn't work the first time, but it may be because I was standing in the wrong place. Because this thing needs to be submerged, and there is shallow water right there, it kind of feels like that might be part of the instructions that I didn't understand. Another possibility, so somebody last episode said that apparently the instructions for completing this involved turning your volume all the way down. And we assumed up front that turning your volume all the way down was a requirement for making the secret message appear. And we proved that that wasn't true. But maybe it's not part of making this message appear. Maybe it's part of summoning the reward. So, okay, so it looks like a minute is about to have passed. And, okay, there won't be a message here. But let me try leaving and coming back. Oh, weird. Huh, I really expected that to be there, because I'm standing in shallow water. Huh. That's odd. I'm surprised it doesn't work right here, since it was pointing me to this position. Well, let's try it again. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Left. Okay, so let's try... Oh, Ranithcord suggests that time probably doesn't pass well. Of course, that's why I didn't do it the first time, because it pauses the game when you open the manual. Obviously, time doesn't count as passing then. That makes sense. Okay, so let's try. Actually, let's actually wait. Let's actually genuinely wait until the message appears, just in case that's a requirement. I don't know if that's likely to be a requirement, but we'll try that first. I want to really understand what the requirements are. So if it's just standing in this pool and having the message revealed, then there we go. The message is here. Okay, so if that's the requirement, then we'll find out right now. So here we go. Softest feather is down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then left. Nothing. Okay, let's try the shush clue. Let's go to audio. Let's turn the volume all the way down. And see if that has any bearing on it. If it does, that's extremely obscure. So let's go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Left. No, it didn't do it. Okay. So I'm at a loss. I don't know what else to try. Ranithcord is suggesting that, could it be that something is meant to be in parentheses, like down and right times 11? Possibly. So we've got we've got like no music now, which is kind of weird. So originally I looked this up on Google and I just looked at the first solution that appeared. And I wanted to read as little as possible because I wanted as much of this to belong to me as I could. But let me look this up again. Wait a minute. It could be that I'm actually getting some of it wrong. Oh, once more. That's the thing I was misunderstanding. Departed once more doesn't mean down, it doesn't mean left once. It means left one more time than you went right. It means left 12 times. Okay, so let's back this out again. Again, I want to know if the audio thing is required. I think that's very weird and obscure. I'd like to imagine the audio thing is not required. We'll try this again, understanding the code now. Okay, so down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was it. And you don't have to turn down the volume. It works just fine without the volume. Once more. Got it. Okay, well that makes perfect sense. Again, I needed to look up help, but that's okay. My goal here is to, as wherever I can, solve the puzzles on my own, but most importantly, to understand the puzzles and how they work. And we've achieved that. So here is the final collectible of the 12. So now what? So now, I guess, let's go back to that room that has the 12 collectibles. Let's see if there's anything different in there. So that's at the old house. Oh, interesting. Raneth Cord says that apparently in a Jackie Chan movie, there's a really similar code he has to crack. It's in Who Am I? It says 11 down, 1 too many. Interesting. I mean, what am I doing? I knew that I had to go down somewhere, but it's here. Okay, so we've got all 12 now. I wonder if this is any different. Part of me kind of wants to, like, spend some time, like, trying to decode these symbols and figure out what they're saying. Like, I should look at least at a couple of these. I'm gonna pop open the guide to the alphabet on my side screen here. So, like, this symbol that's down below me right now, this would be, it's got an R as its consonant and oi. So this is Roy. That's Roy. What is this? This has got the ch sound as its consonant, and the vowel. Sorry, the ch sound as its this is consonant, and the vowel is ah. So this is cha, Roy, cha, and what's this? This is just a consonant. This one is, let's see. Oh wait, no, this is a W as its consonant. I love that the W is a consonant, but the R is a vowel. This is just, it's its own set of rules. It's great. This is wow. This says wow. So Roy, cha, wow. What is this? This is, that's a J sound as its consonant, and the vowel is, oh, joy. Wow, joy. So are all of these just single syllable words that they came up with that they just thought it would be entertaining? This is another J, but it's got a different vowel. The vowel for this one is j. Okay, that's just nothing unless you speak French. And then it's the word for I. This is, what is this? The consonant for this one is G as in gun, so like G. And then the vowel, is it just a coincidence the last several have been words? Finding the vowel for this one. There it is. Gi. This is gi. I mean, that is a word, but, you know, an obscure one. Okay, so there's not much I'm getting out of this. It's just neat. I think partly they just wanted to show off. It could be that that room only exists to show off that their glyphs are three-dimensional. that, like, because it's really easy to read the glyphs and just think of them as being flat little sunbursts of sticks. But that might be there to tell me specifically that, hey, no, they're 3D. Isn't that cool? So Tendalense says, I can give you a hint if you want. Yeah, so I feel like the next thing that I know how to do, I mean, so first off, I know that I have not yet gotten all of the possible upgrades to my stats. There are treasure chests that I've missed, so I don't think I'm going to get credit for 100%ing the game. There's definitely stuff I don't have. But I was assuming that the very next thing I could do is go to the air and try to win the game. But Tendalense might be suggesting that there's something else I can do, maybe as a result of getting all 12 of these. Yes, Tendalense, if you know something I don't, please definitely tell me, because it's shaping up like this might be my last episode of Tunic. And if it is, and there's something I'm going to miss, I would like to get that in there. So definitely give me that hint if you've got one waiting. Because otherwise, I am very close to the teleporter that could take me to the air. So I'm going to give Tendalense a sec to let me know if there's something I should know. Okay, so Tendalense says this portal is optional. It's a epilogue of sorts. So by epilogue, do you mean that I can come back here after I've won the game? If I can come back here after I've won the game, then great. Oh, so Tendalense says you need to translate the 3-part message on page 54. What's on page 54? Oh, this. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of words. Okay, so Tendalense says you can come back in New Game Plus fairly easily. So, okay, yeah, so I have not played New Game Plus. And so I don't, so how easily are we talking? Like, is it hours? Is it a few hours to get here in New Game Plus, and see this? Or is it, like what stays unlocked in New Game Plus? Because part of me, oh, like 30 seconds? Oh, okay. So maybe it's not a big deal. Part of me really does kind of want to do this before I win. I kind of want to do it before I win. Unless, is it possible to do it before I win, or is it really an epilogue? Like, I literally can't do it until New Game Plus. Yeah, part of me almost wants to, like, cut this. This episode has already been almost 20 minutes. So I could actually have this episode be entirely about just getting that last collectible. I could spend some time translating this and then have the last episode be something else. I mean, this is going to be episode 29. So having an even 30 episodes actually sounds pretty appropriate. So maybe what I should do is go translate this, be ready to do the last, promise, actual final thing, and win the game in a future episode. And in the meantime, we can go back and play like Patrick's Parabox, which I've also got a half episode complete in. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe this is the end of this episode. It'll just be a short episode. We'll do an episode 30, which is the actual finale of the game, including whatever I get out of translating this, because I do kind of want to translate this myself. It is fun. I mean, it's kind of stupid how fun it is for me to translate this. I really like translating these words, because the thing I like about it is because I'm sort of like a linguistics nerd, I like the fact that they have to deconstruct and reconstruct English words in order to express them in this alphabet. And so it's kind of fun for me to look at how they've done that as I'm translating each word and like see, like, you know, it just makes me feel like I'm understanding the makeup of English words better by like translating them into this other alphabet. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I thought this was going to be my last Tunic episode, but it's not. This is episode 29. There's going to be an episode 30, and that is going to be the final episode. So there's a subscribe button, and yeah, if you're watching this later on YouTube, you can click on episode 30 when I make it right here. I'll probably make it tomorrow during my lunch break because, I mean, this is a long message, but I'm pretty sure I can get it done.